This video is partnered with Safety Wing.
It's like a medieval festival with the atmosphere of a European football game. All you need to know is there's going to be a conflict that requires jousting to sort it out. What has happened? Welcome to the Kaltenberg Ritterturnier, the best knights tournament in Germany.
Barely an hour and a half away from Munich lies the unknown village of Kaltenberg. We're on the doorstep of a true Wittelsbach castle. Once per year, in celebration of their noble past, the Bavarian royals throw a true knights tournament that must be seen to be believed. And I need to take you along for the ride to this bucket list event. Getting here by public transit is advised. One train and one bus will bring you right to the fair's doorstep. However, since the event doesn't start until the late afternoon and I have all day to film, I figured we may as well rent a car and go and explore the kinds of places that public transit can't take you.
All right, what have we gotten ourselves into now? We are truly in the middle of nowhere, taking full advantage of the vehicle, and let's go check it out. It looks really promising. What we have here is a modern recreation of a prehistoric Neolithic pile village right on the very land where the UNESCO World Heritage Site has been helping fund an archaeological dig for those very things. So there's a settlement right here that is, well, insanely old, and you get to walk around it. I mean, that is so cool to be in a recreation in the exact place. It's really special. And now you know me, antiquity is of course my favorite time period to study and visit sites of, but I'll tell you what, as a good Englishman, I love me a Neolithic site and a good thatched roof. I mean, this is so beautiful, and to get to be so close to it, to really inspect it, this is a treat. Who'd have thought we were doing something Neolithic today? I thought it was all about knights.
I like this one, looking down and eating.
And of all the places I've been, I think it reminds me the most of, unfortunately, is somewhere I went far before I started filming the channel. I wish I was filming the channel back then, but I just hadn't thought of the idea. I was backpacking through Japan, and we went to the famous reconstructed village of Shirakawa-go, and that had some of the most beautiful thatch I've ever seen. And it's interesting to see how similar that area is to this. I mean, beautiful green meadows, wooden thatched houses. Maybe that's just something all humans do at some point. The best fact I've discovered so far, though, is about the building's construction. If you take a look behind me here, you'll notice that the walls themselves aren't load-bearing. It's a series of columns that are constructing the roof, covered in reeds and thatch, and then the walls are just filled in. It looks really cool. Gives it almost a temple vibe in a way, right? Columns and a roof, but then you've filled it in and it's all in wood. It's really beautiful. It's amazing getting to just learn little facts like that, something you can really take away and analyze any building by that construction method. That's not load-bearing. That one is. It's a bit obvious when you look at it, but super cool.
Do you want a room tour?
Oh yeah, I haven't been inside yet. I've been too busy walking around talking about thatch.
Welcome to the crib. What I really love about this is it feels cooler than our Munich apartment. It is so hot out right now, and it almost feels like we have prehistoric AC in here.
It's so nice in here, you're right.
It's really, really shady, but we've got this nice like cross breeze going on up here in the roof.
Absolutely fantastic ventilation with the wicker walls.
Oh yeah.
For something that's prehistoric, this construction technique is really working for me.
I love that you can see the straw from the inside.
Oh, nice. Let me get close to that. Yeah, you can see all the straw heads. It's cute.
And I assume the hay is up there so that it doesn't rot.
Yeah, probably so. But a bit of storage. You could fit so many bales of hay in this bad boy.
So we love going to these historical recreation buildings, and I just feel like we've seen this sort of design over and over and over again.
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, I was actually thinking, if you outside, they've got the little crossbeams above the roof, that looks very Viking village to me. High five on finding this place. Good use of a car. That was an absolutely fantastic pit stop, if I do say so myself. The kind of site that you're just not going to see every day. I am in love with it. Not for everybody. I could imagine a lot of you out there not going out of your way for something like this. And that's why I'm really happy to show it to you. And for those out there who do like this, I know you're stopping by. Anyway, on to the next adventure. Which should be significantly more on brand for the day because we're going to a medieval castle ruin. I'm so excited. It's been so long since we've gone to a ruin. And it really is, yet again, in the absolute middle of nowhere, and fantastic use of a car 500 meters down this road, Ruina Kaltenberg. Let's go. Is this not just absolutely gorgeous? I love going on walks in Bavaria. It's so easy to just have an amazing time out here. Just stop on any side of the road. You're gonna find a good meadow, a good castle ruin. What more do you need? Could you imagine living there just on this backwoods path over by the ruin? There's a bunch of horses over there. It's so cool. That must be so much fun. Maybe I need to move to the countryside. Now, you know, I always say everything's magnificent, but this. So you can already see on both sides of the trail is completely dug out, almost like a moat, because there is the ruin. And it is absolutely massive. Oh, we need to go explore. The foundations of this ruin date back to about 1260, a bit of an artistic recreation on the front signage, and it would have been massive back then. I mean, not in 1260, maybe around the 1400s, because we're situated right above the Lech, the river that we're closest to, and so this would have been able to project power and influence over that trading route. But it's just now lost in the middle of the forests. Barely any signage. I'd never heard of it before today. I was just scrolling on the map, and what a great thing to find and come across. I was feeling really grateful to have seen it. What do you think?
It's so beautiful. I really like this one. We've been to a lot of castle ruins before, but this one's so peaceful.
That's true. It does feel kind of like a magical oasis in the sea of the forest.
It's giving Ghibli vibes. I don't know if you've seen The Boy and the Heron, but that's what this is reminding me of.
Oh yeah. You can kind of see everything crumble and encroach on like this peaceful meadowy area. The land is reclaiming this castle. The main tower actually seems to be intact, renovated for safety. And though it's not open, it's padlocked right now, there is an email and I guess a phone number. And if you tell them that you're showing up and coordinate it, you'll go in the tower. Comment below, give us a like. Maybe we can come back. But now though, I think we have dilly-dallied enough. We've seen some amazing little mini sites, but it's 3:30. The gates open at 4, we're about 10 minutes away, maybe a 20-minute walk. So it's about time we need to put the camera down, get over there, I will see you at the festival.
Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are partnered with Safety Wing, a travel medical insurance company that provides insurance for medical emergencies and unforeseen travel-related costs. This is great because I'm always kind of stressing out in the back of my mind, what if something bad were to happen while we're on vacation outside of our home country? For example, when we leave Germany, we often rent a car because we are really trying to show you guys those off the beaten track sites, and a lot of times they're just not accessible by public transportation. While I'm trying to enjoy my vacation and drive around, I'm always feeling a lot of anxiety. What if we get into an accident? What if something really bad happens? What if we get hospitalized? But having Safety Wing just provides me with that extra peace of mind, knowing that if the worst should happen, they've got our backs. Plus, the process is super easy. There is no pre-approval necessary, so it only takes about 5 minutes. It's also extremely flexible because it's just a pay-as-you-go subscription that you can cancel at any time. This is great for us because we are kind of last-minute planners sometimes. We're really busy. So if this sounds like something you can benefit from, and you probably could if you're watching our channel, then check out our link in the description box below.
Well, I hope we got enough peace and solitude earlier at the ruins, because today it's going to be busy at the festival, and the weather is a bit weird. This way, beautiful. That way, rainy. We'll see what we get. It's absolutely wild, though. You didn't think that a night's tournament would be empty, would you? Nah, it's serious business. Though don't be dismayed by the crowds. It looks really busy right now, but that's because the gates just opened and everyone's showing up. As this map shows, there's plenty of room for everybody. And we have dedicated seat reservations for the tournament itself. We're gonna be fine. For the 19th time today though, I'm so excited. Ooh, sigh of relief. Right as we were coming through scanning our tickets, they said, hey, you've got a nice camera, thank you very much, and made us go over to the Waffenaufgabe to sign a release form. I was worried they weren't going to let us film, but no, it just means don't take any photographs and don't try to sell them. I said, is YouTube okay? They said, it's fine. We're golden. All right, we have finally made it. Welcome to the Kaltenberg Ritterturnier, the Knights Tournament. Oh, it's going to be so much fun. So, it's important to have a game plan in crowds like these. Oh, I know the number one thing I want to do right now. Let's go get a beer. Ja? Bitte schön. I'm so excited. So much for getting a beer starter. I've already bought something, but I think we'll all agree it's going to be well worth it. What do we think? Very cool. Oh. Today's fantastic. You couldn't ask for anything better. Grab some swag. Now, it's beer o'clock. That is wild. Ah, it is so much fun here. And before we enter the palace, the castle itself, there's a lot of history here that is actually quite fascinating. So the Kaltenberg Ritterturnier is the first recorded knights jousting tournament on German soil in the modern era. Started in 1979 when Prince Leopold was visiting his Wittelsbach, is the royal family of Bavaria, and he went to London and saw a jousting tournament. He thought it was so good, he came back right here to his palace and said, we need to have one of those. The first one they actually did was to celebrate the 800th year of the Wittelsbach dynasty, the people in charge of Bavaria during the medieval and Renaissance era, people who would have put on actual jousting tournaments. 6,000 people showed up for the very first one, and he knew he was onto magic. And from then on, we have had knights tournaments held by a royal family here in Germany for the first time in hundreds of years. It's very cool. In a weird way, I think it makes it one of the only authentic jousting tournaments in the world. Oh, anyway, I'm thirsty. Prost! I mean, who needs time travel when you live in Munich, Bavaria, and can just hop in a car or hop on a train and come to a real castle to drink a real beer as you wait for your seats at the Knights tournament? We decided to go with a flight of little mini beers. Be careful though, because these beautiful ceramic mugs have a €10 fond on them. That's a deposit. What that means is the beer only cost about €4, the glass costs 10. And if you forget to give it back, well, you get a souvenir at a costly price. In terms of beer, I went with their Keller beer. It's a Natural Helles, which means it's less filtered. Went with a Radler, that's technically Camille's, which she's letting me share. And König Ludwig, the brewery, next to Kaltenberg, they're connected. They have a world-famous Dunkles, and even though it's a bit hot for a Dunkles, in my opinion, I had to try it. But let's start with the Helles. Honestly, I've had so many Bavarian Helles on this channel. I'm running out of words to use to describe them. I mean, it being unfiltered gives it a bit more of a raw and earthy taste, which is quite interesting as compared to the more clean and filtered that I get in Munich. It's very refreshing on a hot day. And last but not least, the famous Dunkles. It's incredibly rich, it's incredibly complex. It's way too hot for it, so I'm glad I don't have a liter. But that is really, really good. I think you can find the König Ludwig Dunkles in a lot of stores, so I'd recommend you try it. It's really nice. And I do apologize if I seemed a little rushed. It's because I was. The rain's coming in, and I wanted to finish all my beers first. We might need to go find some shelter soon.
I told you it was a good idea to bring an umbrella.
As if there could be any doubt, beer in a palace, that was absolutely fantastic. But now, we've actually only got 2 hours until the tournament begins. We need to explore the rest of the festival. But with these crowds, it might be slow going, but well worth it. I swear, it feels like there is a parade every 10 seconds here. It's wild. These grounds are so extensive though. I'm barely going to be able to scratch the surface given our 4 hours here until the tournament starts. There's so much to do, so you really need to come here and experience it for yourself.
Does this come off a little bit more like an American Ren Fair than it does a German Mittelalterfest?
That is a spicy take.
A cancelable offense. And what I mean by that is at all of the German Mittelalter festivals that we've been to, they're always centralized around some sort of like historical event.
That's true. The Landshuter Hochzeit is a specific wedding. When we were in Breton, that was a specific war, siege.
Yeah.
That's true.
But here, it's not. So it feels a little bit more loosey-goosey, a little bit less historically informed.
It's a little bit more medieval. Renaissance, maybe we don't know the difference.
But it's not quite all the way in the other direction of the American Ren Fairs where you'll see people in like Star Trek uniforms. Not saying one's better than the other, but I've just really gotten American Ren Fair vibes since being here.
Yeah, I mean, I do think, I read online, right, that it is actually hosted by royalty. So that, to me, makes it shockingly authentic. But they said they didn't want to be held back by a period. They did actually say in their marketing that that's the vibe. They're trying to be more of a hodgepodge. And maybe that's what you mean by American.
Only time will tell in the Ritterturnier will we be able to see.
Danke Ihnen. It's exciting. There's no way to eat this dignified while carrying a camera. I'm not actually hungry at all, but I do need to try it because it's Bärlauchfleisch. If you watched our Vienna video, Camille taught you all about how Bärlauch is kind of a wild garlic that grows in this region. And I'm now going to eat this. Look away. Actually, look away.
So dignified, so medieval.
So medieval. It's just greasy and mashy. I love Bärlauch. It's a shame you can't try that. That's really good. How do I become this man? Or that one? I need a Renaissance persona. Let me show you the coolest thing, the most undervalued labor in all of human history, spinning. I am on such a thread kick lately. Me and Camille have been reading these articles about going from flax to linen and how that impacts human history. I've never seen drop spinning before. And this is so cool to see it in real life. Do you smell that? If only. I have been dreaming about this moment for 6 months since the last time we were here for the medieval Christmas market. Comment below if you want us to make a video about it. It's Stockbrot time, the best German snack in the world. Let me show you. Servus, ein Stockbrot und auch ein Cola bitte. Danke Ihnen. Dankeschön. Oh, it's time to cook it. Well, first we should explain, then we can cook it. This quintessential German snack is easy to name, easy to describe, quite hilarious to witness, but frankly, when you eat it, it is divine. But we need to cook it first. So I should probably explain what Stockbrot is. Now, translated directly, stick bread, which is a bit obvious if we're being honest. However, does that really capture the magic of cooking your own bread on a stick? I don't think so. Now, I got absolutely lampooned over the winter with a bunch of local Germans telling me that I was too old for this, but they're wrong. This may come off a bit of a kiddie snack, but it's too much fun. That being said though, without these fans, this would not be happening. It is so hot today. During the winter, they do this, and then being around a fire in the winter, it's lovely. But today, my word.
That's brilliant. Really brilliant.
Thank you. My hands are burning. What I do for you on this channel. Like, comment, subscribe for the Stockbrot. God, it's fun. Also, let's be real. When was the last time you got to choose how cooked your bread was? I bet you've lived your whole life eating bread cooked as much as other people told you it should be cooked. I like to take the sticks home as a souvenir. We use them with the plants. Now the food-based sauna session is completed, let's rip off a piece and taste it. Fresh baked bread. The best part about this is I find the whole process hilarious. The fact that this exists is just a meme to me. But at the end of the day, it is mostly unseasoned, just regular bread. Not particularly salty, not particularly seasoned, no garlic butter to put on it. There are a lot of ways you could improve this, maybe a bit of cheese, but this is just bread. Stockbrot. Stick bread. I love it. We should just be like this.
Yeah.
It's like a medieval festival with the atmosphere of a European football game.
Das ist Ritterturnier. Tatsächlich der gerettete Wellen. Jubelt, folgt zu Kaltenberg. Jubelt!
Ah, Ritter Ulrich, my heart. What a good man. Now, if you don't speak German, it is rather story focused, but that being said, all you need to know is there's going to be a conflict that requires jousting to sort it out.
Begrüßt unsere tollkühnen Reiter mit einem gehörigen Jubel!
What is happening? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. He did sweet tricks and then he found love. Nothing can ruin this day for Ritter Ulrich. Horse on his wheels. Ritter Ulrich would never stoop so low.
Ich bin da! Kato, der Samurai.
Not Kato the samurai. Okay, legit, didn't see samurais coming. That is a surprise.
Ach, das dauert mir zu lang. Ich will endlich Gold sehen. Vorwärts, Männer!
I told you we need to joust it out.
Goldbart. Für meinen Schöpfer bin ich jederzeit bereit. Und nun ist der Sieg endgültig. Jubelt, wie ihr noch nie gejubelt habt.
What more could there possibly be to say? This has been fantastic. Second year in a row, even better this year than last year, honestly. I mean, look, a lot of you out there, you're not going to be here when this is going on, but maybe you should be planning your trip so that you can show up. It's just, what an amazing night. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate your time. Share the video, like, comment, subscribe, and no matter what, I will see you in the next video, wherever that might be.